Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. We're going to talk about Dark Phoenix, the X-Men movie that nobody really wanted. Nobody wanted this movie. Why did they make this movie? Holy God. Okay, so before we get started talking about the trash fire that is Dark Phoenix, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, helps us with Google, helps us make more content. Definitely appreciate it, and thank you everyone who has subscribed so far. So this is kind of depressing, but not surprising at all. Ever since the first trailer dropped, I had zero excitement for X-Men Dark Phoenix. I'm like, why are they doing this again? They already screwed it up with The Last Stand, and they actually have some of the same people who worked on The Last Stand working on Dark Phoenix. I didn't see how this could be any better. I thought, well, maybe, I'll give the second trailer a shot and see if it looks any better, and it doesn't. It just looks like a boring ass movie. It looks like a boring ass movie that's been done already, and the reviews are coming in on Rotten Tomatoes, and they're freaking terrible. They are terrible. Dark Phoenix currently at 22%. 22% for an X-Men movie. Now, there have been some bad X-Men movies, but none as bad as Dark Phoenix. I mean, The Last Stand, for comparison, was 57%. And that's The Last Stand. The Last Stand was a pretty terrible wrap-up to an otherwise excellent trilogy, and it looks like Dark Phoenix is sort of following in its footsteps. But Age of Apocalypse wasn't that great either. So, God. Okay, so Dark Phoenix and every other movie's Rotten Tomatoes review score. This franchise saved the worst for last. This is coming from IGN. And we're going to talk about some of the box office predictions, too. I don't know how this is going to do. I mean, personally, if they're going to reboot the X-Men into the MCU, good. At this point, just good. Maybe. I don't know, because I'm not real excited about the MCU after Endgame either. So we'll see what happens. All right, the X-Men franchise has experienced some pretty wild ups and downs over the years when it comes to review scores. Unfortunately, it appears the series will be ending on a down note on Rotten Tomatoes, which generates aggregate review scores based on individual critics' reviews and also panders to the studio. No, never mind. We can't say that, can we? Dark Phoenix's tomato meter rating has been revealed, and it currently sits at a very disappointing 21% after 73 reviews. It's actually at 22%. 22% at 108 reviews now. Peter Travers says it's the worst movie ever in the X-Men series. Oh my God. Okay, so you can check out their review. Okay, the film is marginally better than X-Men The Last Stand. I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't agree. But, Rotten Tomatoes means jack shit these days. So, Dark Phoenix is ranked as the series' worst on Rotten Tomatoes by a wide margin. Only 4 of the other films in the series have earned a negative rating. X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, X-Men Apocalypse, and Once Upon a Deadpool, which is a less well-reviewed PG-13 version of the certified fresh Deadpool 2. Yeah, Deadpool 2 needs that potty humor to get by, right? Logan remains the highest rated at 93%. I actually would agree with that. I think Logan was pretty damn fantastic. At this point, it only remains to be seen how the oft-delayed New Mutants will measure up. I have zero excitement for that one either. Like, this is a dead franchise. The final X-Men movie produced before Disney's purchase, New Mutants, has now been pushed back for release in April 3rd, 2020. Watch Disney not release it at all. Watch it get released direct to Disney Plus at this point, because this is embarrassingly bad. According to Rotten Tomatoes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're talking about how bad the review score is. Now, I think comicbookmovie.com was overly optimistic. They said it's tracking at a respectable 170 million opening weekend despite negative reviews. I don't see how. Early tracking indicates Dark Phoenix was going to open with a whimper, but the latest figures tell a different story. Fox's final X-Men movie is looking at a very respectable global bow. Global, not here, not in the US, not in the US. It's still expected to come in under The Secret Life of Pets 2, with a $50 to $55 million bow in the US and Canada, but overseas predictions are a lot higher. According to Deadline, Dark Phoenix could rake in as much as 120 to 135 million abroad, which would give it a fairly respectable global opening of over 170 million. Yeah, but you know what? Godzilla made that kind of money and everybody kept calling it a disappointment. I'm pretty sure Godzilla made around that. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, looking up Godzilla, King of the Monsters, it did 130 million, including 70 million just in China. So they're actually saying that X-Men Dark Phoenix is going to make more money than Godzilla? Really? Does anybody expect this? I don't expect this. I don't know. Nobody's excited about this movie. Nobody is excited about this movie. I haven't heard anybody being legitimately excited about this. I mean, when they said they were going to try the Dark Phoenix saga again after it failed spectacularly in The Last Stand, I didn't know what to think. I mean, I think I would have had a little more confidence after Days of Future Past, which actually was pretty decent despite some of the changes from the comic. It actually was a pretty decent movie, but after Apocalypse, I'm like, hell, I don't even care about, I don't care about this Jean Grey. I don't care about, how are they going to do Dark Phoenix when this X-Men universe is very, very small? I mean, the Dark Phoenix saga is really a pretty cosmic story. I just didn't see how they could do it justice with this storyline. And apparently they didn't. So it looks to be a massive disappointment anyway, I think. I've heard some people who have seen it said it was pretty trash. I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen it. I have no desire to go see it. I have had no desire to go see it. Ever since the trailer dropped, I'm just like, I have zero interest in this movie. Like none. Less than none. So we'll see where it ends this weekend. But yeah, I predict... that the Fox X-Men are going to go out with a whimper. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.